Welcome to the What Does Science Say channel. Today we're embarking on a deep dive into a topic that affects so many of us: hyperpigmentation, dark spots, and melasma. We've gathered a fascinating array of insights from dermatologists, Ayurvedic practitioners, and home remedy experts. Our mission: to help you understand not just what these common skin conditions are, but why they happen, and the incredibly diverse approaches you can take to address them, both from the inside out and on the surface.
It's truly a journey into understanding our skin's signals. Many perceive these spots as purely cosmetic, but, they often tell a deeper story about our internal balance. We'll explore how modern science meets ancient wisdom to offer a truly comprehensive view, ensuring you walk away feeling more informed and empowered about your skin. Okay, let's unpack this.
So to start, what exactly are we talking about when we say hyperpigmentation? Our sources reveal there are different kinds, and knowing the distinction seems absolutely crucial for effective treatment.
Yeah, that's spot on. What's fascinating here is that these aren't just one type of spot, not at all. We're looking at things like age spots, sunspots, or litter spots, which are often just different names for clumps of melanin that form from too much UV exposure. These are typically pretty superficial and quite well defined.
Okay, so those are mostly sun-related.
Mostly, yes. Then there's melasma. Now that tends to be patchier, more ill-defined, often symmetrical, and it's strongly linked to hormonal changes like pregnancy or, say, birth control pills. The pigment sits much deeper in the skin with melasma.
Ah, deeper. That sounds harder to treat.
It often is, yeah. And let's not forget post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, or PIH. Those are the dark spots left behind after any kind of skin injury or inflammation, like acne, eczema, psoriasis, you name it.
Right, the marks after a breakout.
Yeah.
Got it. It sounds like there's a lot going on beneath the surface. What's actually causing these specific changes in our skin color? Why do those spots appear in the first place?
This is a fundamental question, really. Why do melanocytes, our pigment-producing cells, go into overdrive? Our sources point to a few primary triggers. First, excessive sun exposure UV radiation just hyperactivates these cells.
Okay, sun's the big one.
Definitely. Then hormonal changes, especially for melasma, as we mentioned, and inflammation from skin trauma leading to that PIH.
Makes sense.
But the story doesn't end there. Oxidative stress is another factor. Environmental pollution. Even underlying liver issues can play a role. Certain medications, too, like some painkillers or antihypertensives, even diabetes meds, and diabetes itself.
Wow, quite a range.
Essentially, anything that causes stress or imbalance in the body can potentially trigger increased melanin production, leading to those unwelcome dark spots.
That's quite a list of internal culprits. Many sources emphasize that beauty comes from inside out. So before we even think about creams and serums, what does science and traditional wisdom say about our internal health for addressing hyperpigmentation?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, a holistic approach is absolutely key. It really is. Our internal balance sets the stage for our skin's health. Think of it this way. Your skin is often a visible messenger of your body's inner workings.
I love that perspective. It's not just about quick fixes on the surface. So let's start with diet and digestion. What are the fundamentals there for fostering healthier skin?
Right. Good gut health and liver function are foundational. Absolutely foundational. Some sources suggest a simple, say, 20-day reset. A key part is cutting down on added sugar. Sugar isn't just bad for your waistline, it's kind of a triple threat to your skin.
Triple threat. How so?
Well, it actively interferes with collagen production, it inflames the skin, and it even disrupts zinc absorption. All those things can directly worsen hyperpigmentation. Also, reducing junk food is important.
Okay, cut the sugar and junk. What should we eat more of?
Increase high-quality protein. Aim for about 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. Protein is vital for cell turnover and providing the building blocks for healthy skin. And of course, drinking enough water to stay hydrated. That's non-negotiable.
Simple but crucial.
And interestingly, some Ayurvedic practitioners also recommend eating cooling foods. Things like fennel tea, amla juice, soaked raisins, tender coconut water. The idea is to reduce body heat, which they identify as a major reason for pigmentation. Conversely, you'd want to avoid things like fried, spicy, and overly sour foods.
That's a really comprehensive diet overview. And what about fruits? They're often seen as universally good, but are there specific recommendations for tackling pigmentation?
Absolutely. The advice is usually 2 servings daily of lower glycemic fruits. Think berries, apples, oranges. They're great for their vitamin C content. Vitamin C isn't just an antioxidant, it's essential for collagen synthesis and directly aids in skin brightening.
So vitamin C is key. Any fruits to limit?
Yeah, it's suggested to maybe limit overly sweet fruits like mangoes or grapes, especially if your digestion is already a bit compromised. And for a daily boost, lemon water in the morning, about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice in warm water is often recommended. It's thought to be beneficial for liver care and gives you a natural hit of vitamin C.
Good tip. Beyond vitamins, our bodies need minerals. Which ones are particularly important for battling hyperpigmentation?
Zinc, copper, and magnesium are crucial, really crucial. Deficiencies in these can show up in various ways: poor wound healing, maybe dry, cracked skin, restless sleep, or increased skin reactivity. These are all signs that your body isn't operating optimally.
Where can we get these minerals?
Good food sources include fish, eggs, meat, shellfish, sea salt, leafy greens, seeds, and dark chocolate. While supplements are an option, it's really vital to discuss the optimal dosage with a dermatologist or doctor, because too much can actually be harmful. For example, excessive zinc can block copper absorption, creating a whole new imbalance.
Right, balance is key. Okay, sleep and stress are two big ones that always come up when we talk about overall health. How do they directly tie into skin pigmentation?
Oh, they're huge players. Huge. Deep, undisturbed sleep is absolutely vital for skin repair. Our cells regenerate and repair themselves most effectively during sleep. And magnesium plays a significant role here, too. It helps calm the nervous system and reduce inflammation, directly supporting that repair process.
So good sleep equals better skin repair. Makes sense. What about stress?
Stress is highlighted as a kind of hidden cause of pigmentation. It disturbs hormones and triggers unwanted skin responses, almost acting like an internal inflammatory trigger.
Wow. So managing stress is actually a skincare step.
You could definitely see it that way. Practicing calming techniques helps. Things like pranayam, specifically ujjayi or chandran pranayam, maybe for 5 minutes daily, can help cool the body and calm the mind. This directly benefits skin health and can reduce those stress-induced flare-ups.
Fascinating connection. Okay, let's talk about sun exposure itself. There seems to be conflicting advice here, from avoiding it completely to embracing it. What's the nuanced view for our listeners, especially regarding hyperpigmentation?
That's a crucial point, and yeah, it's not as simple as just sun is bad. While excessive sun exposure certainly triggers pigmentation, absolutely, some sources argue that complete avoidance and relying only on sunblock can lead to severe vitamin D deficiency.
Ah, the vitamin D issue.
Exactly. And here's a powerful idea. Vitamin D isn't just about bone health. It's described as a potent antioxidant that actually helps protect against the overproduction of melanin. It modulates our melanocytes.
So vitamin D helps regulate pigment production.
It seems so. It's like our body's internal protector against going overboard with pigments. So regular, safe sun exposure, we're talking maybe 15 minutes in the morning or evening for vitamin D synthesis, is encouraged by some, while actively avoiding peak hours, typically noon to 3 p.m., and preventing sunburn at all costs.
Safe, short exposure, not baking. Got it.
Right.
What about supplements?
Some experts even suggest supplementing with higher doses, like 10,000 to 20,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily. The thinking is that the typical recommended daily allowance is often too low for these therapeutic effects. But again, talk to your doctor.
That's a fantastic insight, really shifting the perspective on sun. Okay, so we've laid the internal groundwork for healthier skin. Now, let's get to what we can put on our skin. What are some of the most effective ingredients and remedies, both natural and clinical?
Right, this is where it gets really interesting, as there are just so many options. Starting with natural home remedies, licorice or mulethi is often considered one of the best herbs. Its active compound, galabardin, directly inhibits tyrosinase, that's the enzyme key to melanin production. Plus, it has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties.
How do you use it?
Well, you can consume its powder internally or apply it topically in a mask. Maybe mixing a teaspoon of powder with rice flour and curd or rose water. Leave it on for 10-15 minutes, perhaps a few times a week.
That's an incredible dual-action ingredient. What other kitchen staples can help lighten spots?
Potato is interesting. It contains natural enzymes that are known to lighten skin. You can just squeeze raw potato juice and dab it directly onto spots for about 10 minutes, but probably no more than twice a week.
Simple enough. And lemon juice. I hear about that a lot.
Yes, lemon juice. It's a natural brightener, high in vitamin C, obviously, and its citric acid gently exfoliates while also inhibiting tyrosinase. But, and this is really important, always dilute it with water. Apply it topically to affected areas, maybe 10-15 minutes at night. And always follow with sunscreen during the day because it makes your skin much more sensitive to the sun. Photosensitivity is real.
Crucial warning there. Okay, those are powerful natural brighteners. What about remedies that soothe and heal the skin while also working on pigmentation?
Aloe vera is fantastic for that. It's a great soothing healer, but it also inhibits tyrosinase and reduces melanin production. Plus, it promotes wound healing and deeply hydrates the skin. Applying fresh gel overnight is a good way to let it absorb.
Aloe is always a good one to have around.
Definitely. And turmeric. Its active compound, curcumin, is a potent antioxidant with anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. And guess what? It also inhibits tyrosinase activity. You can mix it with honey or yogurt to make a paste. Apply for about 20 minutes, maybe a few times a week.
Turmeric seems like a powerhouse.
It really is. And for a gentle daily cleanser, raw milk can be surprisingly effective. It helps support the skin barrier. Just soak a cotton ball in cold raw milk and cleanse the face. Simple.
I've heard about castor oil for many things, but dark spots, that's new to me.
Yeah, it's maybe less common advice, but castor oil is sometimes described as nature's Botox. It deeply moisturizes with ricinoleic acid, it reduces inflammation, and has antimicrobial effects. Applied consistently, just a few drops at night, it might help fade dark spots and even out skin complexion over time. Look for cold-pressed, hexane-free, organic versions if you try it.
Interesting. Are there others worth mentioning briefly?
Yeah, sources also mention things like flaxseed gel for omega-3s and anti-inflammatory benefits, sandalwood turmeric honey masks, and even tomato sugar scrubs. Lots of natural options.
Okay, moving from these natural approaches, what about over-the-counter and prescription skincare? Where do we even begin with more clinical solutions?
The absolute foundation, the non-negotiable starting point, regardless of anything else you do, is sunscreen. Broad spectrum SPF, 30 to 50 plus with PA++ or plus is crucial, absolutely crucial. And it has to be reapplied every 2 to 4 hours, especially if you're sweating or swimming.
Every single day, rain or shine.
Every single day. And our sources particularly recommend tinted sunscreens, often the mineral-based ones with zinc and titanium dioxide. These are especially good for melasma and darker skin tones because they also protect against visible light, not just UV. And don't forget physical barriers, hats, umbrellas, sunglasses, they make a difference.
Okay, sunscreen foundation laid. What active ingredients should we look for that actively target the pigmentation itself?
Right, we can kind of group these by how they work. For powerful melanin inhibition, there's hydroquinone, usually 2-4%. It's a very effective skin lightening agent, but it's controversial.
Well, controversial.
Because of potential side effects like rebound pigmentation, where the spots come back worse, or ochronosis, which is a bluish-black discoloration with long-term use. It really shouldn't be used for more than 4 to 6 months continuously. And in the US, the 4% strength is prescription only. Needs careful supervision.
Okay, strong but needs caution. What else inhibits melanin?
For a strong antioxidant approach that also lightens, vitamin C serums, usually 10-20%, are excellent. L-ascorbic acid is the most potent form, but it's less stable. Sodium ascorbyl phosphate is more stable and often less irritating for sensitive skin.
Vitamin C is always popular. What about gentler options or things good for sensitive skin?
For reducing melanin transfer and calming inflammation, Niacinamide is fantastic, really well tolerated, suitable for most skin types. Other effective melanin inhibitors include kojic acid and alpha-arbutin. They tend to work a bit slower, but they're very good for post-inflammatory marks and those deeper spots like melasma.
So options for different needs. What about ingredients that help speed up cell turnover?
That's where retinoids come in. This includes over-the-counter retinol and prescription-strength tretinoin and adapalene. They increase skin cell turnover, helping to shed those pigmented cells faster. Great for sun damage and acne marks, but you absolutely have to start with low concentrations and build up tolerance. Tretinoin and adapalene need a prescription.
Okay, retinoids for turnover. Any others?
Yes, AHAs, or alpha hydroxy acids like glycolic acid, lactic acid, mandelic acid. These exfoliate the superficial layers of the skin. They're good for surface pigmentation and improving overall texture. And one more, relatively newer on the scene, is tranexamic acid. It's proving highly effective for melasma, both oral and topical forms. But again, this definitely requires a prescription and close dermatologist oversight.
That's a solid overview of the topical arsenal. What happens when these topical treatments just aren't enough? Or for really deep or stubborn pigmentation?
Yeah, for those cases, in-clinic procedures become the next step to consider. We can broadly group them. First, you have resurfacing treatments. Think chemical peels using glycolic acid, salicylic acid, TCA, or specialized blended peels like cosmelin or demelin. They work by exfoliating and reducing pigmentation by shedding those top layers of skin. But a word of caution, incorrect application or the wrong peel for your skin type can actually worsen hyperpigmentation. Needs an expert hand.
Right. Definitely not a DIY thing. What about lasers?
Then there are pigment targeting treatments using energy devices. Lasers like fractional CO2, Q-switched, and pico lasers directly target the melanin pigment and also stimulate collagen. A key point here, though, is about IPL, or intense pulsed light. It can be effective for simple sunspots. But it can potentially worsen melasma. So getting an accurate diagnosis of what type of spot you have is absolutely crucial before considering IPL.
That's a really important distinction. And for broader skin rejuvenation, or infusing beneficial ingredients more deeply.
That falls under the umbrella of advanced metafacials and biostimulating injectables. It's quite a range. Procedures like microdermabrasion, hydrofacials, dermafrag, which combines microneedling with serum infusion, and then therapies like PRP, platelet-rich plasma, PDRN, NCTF, and even exosome therapy. These offer various approaches to exfoliate, rejuvenate, and infuse powerful compounds and growth factors directly into the skin to boost repair and healing from within.
So stimulating the skin's own repair mechanisms.
Exactly. It's a spectrum of treatments aimed at overall skin health and repair, going beyond just surface-level application.
I've also heard about IV glutathione being used for pigmentation. Is that something our sources recommend?
That's a common question. While oral glutathione supplements are recognized as antioxidants and might have some anti-melanogenic activity, 5-glutathione is generally not US FDA approved specifically for pigmentation, and there isn't enough robust scientific research to back it up for this use. So many experts generally don't recommend it for pigmentation and definitely advise caution.
Good to know. Wow, what a journey. From simple kitchen ingredients to these advanced clinic treatments, that's a lot to consider. What are some crucial takeaways and maybe common pitfalls you want our listeners to keep in mind as they embark on this journey?
Okay, let's distill this down. How can you make the most of this information and avoid common missteps? First and foremost, patience and consistency. This is vital. Natural treatments, and even many clinical ones, simply take time. You need to stick with it. Results can be seen anywhere from, say, 6 weeks to even a year, depending on the spot's depth and your skin type. Consistency in your routine, especially with sunscreen, is paramount.
So no quick fixes. That's crystal clear. And what about managing the skin itself day to day to prevent making things worse?
Absolutely. You should definitely avoid overexfoliation and picking. Please don't pick. Aggressive scrubbing, using too many exfoliating acids too often, or picking at spots can seriously irritate the skin. And it can actually worsen dark spots by causing new post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation.
Creating more spots while trying to fix old ones. Ouch!
Exactly. Also, this is critical. Do not self-medicate with powerful ingredients like hydroquinone or strong prescription retinoids. These should only be used under the guidance of a board-certified dermatologist. Using them incorrectly can lead to serious side effects like permanent discoloration. It's just not worth the risk.
Professional guidance for the strong stuff. Got it. Any other daily habits that can really make a difference?
Yes, moisturize regularly. A strong, hydrated skin barrier is just essential for overall skin health. A healthy barrier can actually help your skin respond better and improve pigmentation more quickly. And remember, because treatments differ so vastly depending on the type of spot, consulting a dermatologist to accurately diagnose your specific type of dark spot, like is it a sunspot or is it melasma, is often the very best first step. Without the right diagnosis, you might be using treatments that are ineffective or even harmful for your condition.
Diagnosis first. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
What should people absolutely avoid, those magic fixes online that might do more harm than good?
Oh, yes. Beware of unscientific magic fixes or hacks you see online. Avoid things like applying pure, undiluted lemon juice directly to skin or putting toothpaste on acne spots. These lack real scientific evidence and can cause significant irritation or chemical burns, making your pigmentation much worse in the long run.
Stick to proven methods.
Pretty much. And always listen to your body. Pay attention to signs of irritation, redness, or increased sensitivity. If something feels wrong, stop using it and adjust your routine accordingly. Your skin will tell you what it needs if you listen.
Wow, what an incredible deep dive.
Mhm.
From the intricate processes happening within our bodies to the incredible array of treatments available, it's so clear that addressing hyperpigmentation is a journey that often requires a multifaceted approach. You've heard about the power of diet, sleep, key minerals, alongside targeted topical remedies and advanced professional interventions.
Indeed. And I think understanding that our skin isn't just a surface, but a complex organ reflecting our internal health, that's truly transformative, isn't it? As we've explored this intricate dance between our internal well-being and the skin we see, it kind of leaves us to wonder how much of what we perceive as inevitable aging on our skin is truly beyond our control, and how much is simply a message from our body, just waiting for us to listen and respond.
A really powerful thought to end on. We hope this deep dive has given you clarity, confidence, and a path forward for nurturing your skin from within and without. Thank you for being with us until the end of this video. Please be sure to subscribe to the What Does Science Say channel and give us energy with your likes and comments. Share your comments with us and send the video to your loved ones so that others can also use it.